Hey everybody, this is James, aka Jimmy Pockets, Empty Pockets Garage. I just wanted to get on here and do a quick little video. Uh, Kind of an odd day, kind of up and down a little bit. I'll start with the good. I seen where Laura Trump has tossed her name into the bucket to uh, replace the open seat for Senator of Florida, Marco Rubio's seat. And of course, it's up to Governor DeSantis, and hopefully he'll do that. I think that's good. And then Matt Gates, from what I understand, he can retain his seat in Congress as well. So that'd be a good thing. And then I was watching Falcon 9, I think is on the way up to the International Space Station to swap out some astronauts that have been up there for like 7 months or something. And it's something NASA couldn't do. And I literally seen somebody on, it was MSNBC or CNN, and they were basically bashing Elon Musk because he had to destroy 90 rockets before he had his first successful unmanned launch in SpaceX. Well, so what? He's still doing it at the 10th of the cost of NASA. You know, those are all unmanned rockets. You have to test the boundaries before you can figure out what your boundaries are. That's just like saying Thomas Edison, I think it was 16,000 failures before he created the light bulb. What about Alexander Graham Bell? How many failures did he have before he created the phone? You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. And what Elon Musk is doing with SpaceX goes beyond any operation of any government. China can't do what he does. Russia can't do what he does. Hell, we can't do what he does. But he's us. He's part of the U.S. fabric now. Elon Musk is going to be remembered in history for a very, very long time. And I'm hoping President Trump will go down in history as the greatest president in U.S. history. But he's got some barriers. And one of them being, the biggest thing being, and this threat with Russia and the Biden administration given, and I say this because I kind of agree with Putin. We didn't just give them permission to fire long-range missiles into Russia. We don't give them that technology. So that means it took a U.S. operator to fire that missiles. I forget how many got fired in there into Russia. And Putin knows this. And, he's claiming that all the world leaders who had long-range missiles signed a treaty in 2019 to not use them on foreign soil. But Biden, and I say Biden, but let's be honest, Biden's not running the government. So whoever's running the government, and why Zelensky agreed to doing that before President Trump can get in there and do something to stop all this craziness. A lot of people have died over there. I don't want people over here going over there and dying. Now, Putin has said that if any more long-range missiles are fired into his country, that he will not hesitate to retaliate and fire missiles upon the creators of those long-range missiles. Us, or UK. And I don't mean they're going to fire a missile over here. We have military bases all over the world. I mean, you already seen what a ballistic missile can do. I mean, we have them too. That's how deadly they are. That's why they make such a big deal about the treaty of not using them. And, people think that he broke a treaty by using them, but there was no nuclear warheads on there. So, and he didn't fire a long-range missile. He fired a mid-range ballistic missile. It's still a ballistic missile. It just doesn't have the payload to go from over there to over here. But it still dropped 8 warheads on Ukraine just to show them he could, to show us he could. Now, if Ukraine gets permission to fire any more, which means that we'll be firing them for them, and Russia fires, let's say, into the military base in Germany or Poland, World War III. Because all your military industrial complex and all the people who make money off of this would be ecstatic. But I'm not. You shouldn't be. Because I'm not worried about me. I'm almost 60 years old. You know, I'm not in the best of health. I'm not worried about me. I'm not the one that's going to be fighting this. I worry about my grandchildren. Because they would be the ones called up on to fight this war if that was to happen. But the genie's out of the bottle now. Ballistic missiles will be used going forward when it comes to conflicts amongst your superpowers. And, you know, they ain't really got to worry just about Russia. You know, Russia's one country, but China's on Russia's side, North Korea's on Russia's side, Iran's on Russia's side. I mean, does it really matter who would win in the end? I mean, what would this world look like after it's over with? When we're right on the verge of having good, positive change in this country. Even the ones who don't agree right now, who've been told that they're going to be hunted down and killed because of who or what they are. You know, how news people can spread those kind of lies, and then they say in the same breath, Donald Trump's said he's gonna come in and jail journalists. Well, you know, when you say stuff like that, there should be some kind of consequences. I mean, it's kind of like the things you say can spark protest, serious calamity, riots. I mean, you could spark dumb things, like almost like the stupid thing that Jesse Smollett did. Almost sparked a race war from a lie. And then they let him, because he cried like a bitch so much when he got locked up. He didn't last a day, and they let him out, and then he dropped the charges. I say no. It's too late now. But that person, and it's not the fact that, you know, you can fake a crime. That's one thing. But the ramifications of that, he knew what kind of ramifications that might have. Just by using the type of clothing that these perpetrators supposedly wore, the language they used, the slogan they spouted. I mean, of course, we all knew it was a lie because, let's be honest, Chicago's not mega country. And it was like 14 degrees out, and everybody's bundled up, and it's late at night, and nobody's going to recognize his ass from across the road as who he was, or I mean, he even thinks he's all that somebody would even recognize him and want to have conflict with him, like they're roaming around Chicago looking for a fight, going to string up some black people. That whole story was ridiculous on his face, but it's what he tried to do, and they let him loose because he cried like a bitch, the bitch that he is. I don't know. It's going to be a stressful couple of months right now. We're on the verge of some good stuff. We're also on the verge of some very, very catastrophic stuff that you can't take back once you do it. Hopefully, Trump has the pull. I hope he does. And even if I don't think Zelensky asked for permission to shoot those missiles. I think they got a hold of him and said, hey, if you're okay with it, let us fire them off for you before Trump gets in office and you won't have a chance to do it. Now, saying that, it's still a dumb thing to do. And it's worse than dumb. It's just asinine. So hopefully Trump has enough pull to make a few phone calls and stop it for now. Let it de-escalate. Let them have their conversation and say the first week of February. Now we know if you give Putin an inch, he's going to take a mile. But if you give him more than an inch, let's say you give him 6 inches, to where he's satisfied that he's getting a better deal than what he would have gotten. Actually, he thinks he's going to take over the whole country. I don't think, honest to God, I don't think that's his whole intent, is to take over the whole country. There's certain portions of that country he wants, and there's reasons why he wants it. It ain't just because of the history of Russia either. It is a history of Russia. It is the reason why he wants that land area and the ports and stuff where he has access to certain areas. Let them negotiate. Let them figure it out. But the Biden administration need not throw spark on it and kindle a huge shit show bonfire. Anyways, I just wanted to throw a few thoughts out there. It's probably just another dumb rambling video, but it is what it is. That's who I am. So saying that, this is James, Jimmy Pockets of Empty Pockets Garage. Till next time, I'm out of here.